Pledge of allegiance.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good evening, City Council, Mayor Burcroft, Attorney Hitchcock, City Treasurer, Deputy Clerk, and audience. This is the City of Romulus City Council regular meeting for Monday, November 13th, 2017. Mr. Chair, at this time, we will take roll call.
Okay.
Councilwoman Abdo. Here. Councilman Barton.
Here.
Councilwoman Roscoe.
Here.
Councilwoman Talley.
Here.
Councilman Wadsworth.
Here.
Councilwoman Webb. Here. And Councilwoman Williams. Mr. Chair, we have a quorum.
Thank you, Madam Clerk.
Tonight, City Council, we have before you an amended agenda. The amendment you'll see is marked by an asterisk on line item 5D. And the change is line item 6A8. Tonight's, for your action, I'm presenting the amended agenda as follows. Number 1, approval of the amended agenda. Number 2, minutes. Number 3, petitioner. Number 4 is chairperson's report. Number 5 is the mayor's report. 6A, the clerk's report. 6B, treasurer's report. 7, public comment. 8, unfinished business. 9, new business. 10, communication. 11A is warrant 17-21. 11B is warrant 17-21E. And number 12 is adjournment. And a motion would be in order to accept the amended council meeting agenda as presented.
So moved. Support.
It's been motioned by Mr. Wadsworth, supported by Ms. Roscoe, for approval of the amended agenda as presented. Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Ms. Williams? Ms. Webb?
Yes.
Ms. Talley?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Chair votes yes. Motion approved.
2A, for approval of the minutes from the regular council meeting held on November 6, 2017.
I'll move for November 6, 2017.
Support.
It's been motioned by Mr. Wadsworth, supported by Ms. Abdo, and this is for the approval of the minutes from the regular council meeting, which was held November the 6th, 2017. Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Ms. Webb?
Yes.
Ms. Williams?
Yes.
Ms. Talley?
Yes.
Chair votes yes. Motion approved.
There were no special meetings held on November 6. There are no petitioners on the agenda tonight. Number 4 is the chairperson's report.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. Welcome, everyone, to this beginning of the council session and administration session. I was glad to announce that everyone seemed happy and ready to go for the city and working together to make our city better. I want to make an announcement for the American Progressive Association. They're going to present their annual community Thanksgiving dinner, and that'll be Friday, November the 17th, 2017. That'll be from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. And that'll be at the Thomas Coleman Community Center, which is 35351 Beverly Road here in Romulus. All are welcome. You may contact Darnell Hurst at area code 734-746-2656 or Della Hendricks at 313-310-8669 for any information you may want to receive. With that, that's going to conclude the chairperson's report tonight.
Mr. Chair, I'll make a motion to accept your report.
Support.
It's been motioned by Ms. Roscoe, supported by Ms. Abdo, to accept the chairperson's report. Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Ms. Talley?
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Ms. Webb?
Yes.
Ms. Williams?
Yes.
Chair votes yes. Motion approved, and thank you.
Number 5 is the mayor's report.
Good evening, City Council. treasurer, clerk, deputy clerk, and audience. Welcome to our new council members as well, too. As the chairman said, had a good inauguration today, and the quote kind of ties in this. This is a Henry Ford quote, and you've probably heard it. Coming together is the beginning. Keeping together is progress. Working together is success. So I'm looking forward to working together with everybody here and moving the city forward. We do have some scheduled events, so I know we have a short video clip. We could run that, please, for the audience, and then we'll get on to my action items.
Good evening. First of all, let me congratulate all on your successful election. Here are upcoming events for our community. The holiday season is upon us, and it's going to be very busy. Saturday is going to be a big day for our youth. First will be the Youth Open Bowling at Romulus Lanes. Children K through 5th grade will bowl from noon until 2. 6th grade through high school from 2 until 4. Cost is $3 per person, which includes 2 games of bowling, shoes, hot dog, and a soda. Another event is the Chess Club at the library at noon and the Teen/Tween movie and pizza party. The movie is Spider-Man Homecoming and will start at 2:30 p.m. Reminder that the last days to put out yard waste will be the week of November the 20th. Romulus House will host its annual Thanksgiving dinner to benefit the Goodfellows on the 22nd. Also on the 22nd will be the first ever Romulus Turkey Trot. The event will be held at Marianne Banks Park starting at 5:30. Cost is $20. On Monday the 27th will be the annual tree lighting starting at 5:30. There will be vendors on site. On Thursday the 30th, the holiday train will come rumbling through. The train is expected sometime between 8 and 10 p.m. To find out more about all of our community events, go to the locations currently noted on your screen. Thank you.
Thank you, Dennis. Thank you, Roger. Now I have a few items for action tonight, Mr. Chairman. The first is item A, in which you have as a request to concur with the administration and approve the appointment of Sylvia Mikowski to the Municipal Library Board. This term is to expire on April 11th, 2018, and as you know, Sylvia is very passionate about the library, will now be serving as an individual on that board, so we appreciate her support continued for the library.
Mr. Chair,
Yes, Mr. Abdo.
I'd like to make the motion to concur with the administration and approve the appointment of Sylvia Mikowski to the Municipal Library Board.
Support.
It's been motioned by Ms. Abdo, supported by Ms. Webb, for the appointment of Library Board appointment to Sylvia Mikowski. Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Ms. Webb?
Yes.
Ms. Williams?
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Ms. Talley?
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, motion is approved.
Thank you, Council. Next item is a request that came through Suzanne Marino, Financial Services Director, and our legal counsel, and it's a request to concur with the administration and authorize the mayor and clerk to amend the existing subscription agreement to Munitrex in the order that would include the financial data analytic tool and the city's platform, also waiving the bidding process as an additional cost would be $1,975.20. Total cost for this is $7,945.20, and those funds have been verified and budgeted out of the technology services account listed.
So moved, Mr. Chairman.
Support.
It's been motioned by Mr. Wadsworth, supported by Ms. Roscoe. This is for the amendment to license agreement with Munitrix. Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Ms. Williams?
Yes.
Ms. Webb?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Ms. Talley?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, motion approved.
Thank you, Council. The next item is a request to concur with the administration, authorize the closure of Goddard Road between Porter and the bowling alley that will begin at 5:30 p.m. and ending at 6 p.m., and it's for Wednesday, November 22nd, 2017, and that is for the event that you just heard Dennis speak of, which is the first annual Turkey Trot in Romulus.
Mr. Chair, I'll make that motion for the road closure request for the Turkey Trot, and that will be closing the roads from on Goddard Road between Porter and 5 Points to the bowling alley.
Support.
It's been motioned by Ms. Roscoe, supported by Ms. Abdo for the road closure request for the Turkey Trot. Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Ms. Talley?
Yes.
Ms. Williams?
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Ms. Webb?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, the motion is approved.
Thank you, Council. The last item for action is a request to concur the administration and appoint Celeste Roscoe as our City Council representative to the City of Romulus Planning Commission. The appointment would be concurrent with Councilperson Roscoe's council term.
So move to appoint Celeste Roscoe to the Planning Commission.
Support.
Been motion by Mr. Wadsworth, supported by Ms. Abdo, to appoint Ms. Roscoe to the Planning Commission. Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Ms. Talley?
Yes.
Ms. Williams?
Yes.
Ms. Webb?
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, motion approved.
Thank you, Council. That concludes my report.
Thank you, Ms.
6A is the clerk's report. And I want to begin by congratulating all of the elected officials and welcoming our newly elected officials, and welcome back to our incumbents. Under the clerk's report, line item 6A1, and this is an election of the chairman pro tem. In accordance with section 6.3C of the Romulus City Charter, the council shall also elect a chairman pro tem who shall preside over the meetings of the council in the absence of the chairman of the council, and in the event of a vacancy occurring in the office of the chairman of the council or chairman pro tem, the council shall elect from its membership to fill such vacancy.
Through the chair, I'd
Yes.
like to make that motion.
Okay, Ms. Webb. The motion is made by Ms. Webb and supported by Ms. Roscoe, and this is the election of our chairman pro tem. Ms. Webb,
Yes.
we want to, now, our chairman pro tem will be Ms. Talley, Ms. Talley. Ms. Webb,
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe,
Yes.
Ms. Abdo,
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Ms. Williams?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, motion approved. Congratulations, Ms. Talley.
6A2, scheduling of regular meetings of council. In accordance with section 6.4 of the Romulus City Charter, the council shall meet not less than 3 times each month in the council chambers in the city of Romulus at times and dates to be determined by the council at the first meeting thereof after each general city election. If any time set for the holding of a regular meeting of the council shall fall on a legal holiday, then such regular meeting shall be held at the same time and place on the next secular day, which is not a holiday.
Mr. Chairman, I'll move that we meet on the first, the second, and the fourth Monday of each month.
Support.
It's been motioned by Mr. Wadsworth, supported by Ms. Abdo, for our regular council meeting is the first, second, and fourth of each month. Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Ms. Talley?
Yes.
Ms. Williams?
Yes.
Ms. Webb?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, the motion approved.
6A3, adoption of Robert's Rules of Order. In accordance with section 6.9 of the Romulus City Charter, the council shall determine its own rules and order of business. It is necessary that council adopt Robert's Rule of Order or some other form of parliamentary procedure.
Mr. Chair,
Yes, Ms. Abdo?
I'll make that motion to adopt Robert's Rules of Order.
I'll support that.
Okay, it's been motioned by Ms. Abdo, supported by Ms. Talley, and this for adoption of Robert Rules of Order. Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Ms. Talley?
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Ms. Williams?
Yes.
Ms. Webb?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, motion approved.
6A4, Advisory Appointment Committee. It is necessary for City Council to appoint 3 representatives to the Advisory Appointment Committee. The Advisory Appointment Committee meets at will to review new appointment recommendations to various committees and commissions. The committee consists of 3 councilpersons, one of whom shall be the chairperson.
Mr. Chair,
Yes, Ms. Roscoe.
I'd like to make the motion for the Advisory Appointment Committee for Councilman Barton, Councilman Wadsworth, and Councilwoman Talley.
Support.
Okay, it's been motioned by Ms. Roscoe, supported by Ms. Abdo, and this is for the Advisory Appointment Committee, which consists of myself, Mr. Wadsworth, and Ms. Talley. Ms. Roscoe,
Yes.
Ms. Abdo,
Yes.
Ms. Tally,
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth, Ms. Williams,
Yes.
Ms. Webb.
Yes.
Chair votes yes, motion is approved.
6A5, appointment of the deputy clerk. In accordance with Section 5.5 of the Romulus City Charter, I, the city clerk, am requesting council acknowledge the appointment of Barbara Fitzgerald as deputy clerk, who shall possess all powers and authority of the city clerk and exercise all duties subject to the control of the clerk.
Mr. Chair,
Yes, Reverend.
I would
Ms.
like to
Tally?
make that motion for the appointment of Bob Fitzgerald as the deputy clerk, please.
Support.
It's been motioned by Ms. Tally, supported by Mr. Wadsworth, and this for the appointment of Deputy Clerk Barbara Fitzgerald. Ms. Tally,
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth,
Yes.
Ms. Williams,
Yes.
Ms. Webb,
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe,
Yes.
Ms. Abdo.
Yes.
Chair votes yes, motion approved.
6A6, appointment of Pension Committee Council Representative. Council must appoint a member to the City of Romulus Employee Pension Committee.
Chair, I'd like to make that motion for the City of Ramos Employee Pension Committee for Councilwoman Abdo.
Support.
It's been motioned by Ms. Roscoe, supported by Mr. Wadsworth, for the appointment of the Pension Committee Council Representative, Ms. Abdo.
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe,
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth,
Yes.
Ms. Tally,
Yes.
William,
Yes.
Ms. Webb,
Yes.
Ms. Abdo.
Yes.
Chair votes yes, motion approved.
6A7, Retirees Health Care Council Representative. You've been provided a memo from the Finance Director, Suzanne Marino, regarding a City Council representative to serve on the Retirees Health Care Council as a council representative.
Mr. Chair,
Yes, Ms. Roscoe.
I'd like to make that motion for the Retirees Healthcare Council Representative for Councilman Wadsworth.
Support.
It's been motioned by Ms. Roscoe, supported by Ms. Abdo, for appointment of Retirees Healthcare Council Representative, Mr. Wadsworth. Ms. Roscoe,
Yes.
Ms. Abdo,
Yes.
Ms. Tally,
Yes.
Ms. Webb,
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth,
Yes.
Ms. Williams.
Yes.
Chair votes yes, motion approved.
6A9, appointment of Cemetery Board of Trustees Council Representative. The city clerk is asking that Councilwoman Kathy Abdo be appointed as the council liaison to the Cemetery Board of Trustees with the term to run concurrent with her council term.
So moved, Mr. Chairman.
Support.
It's been motioned by Mr. Wadsworth, supported by Ms. Roscoe, and this is for the appointment of Cemetery Board of Trustees Council Representative, Ms. Abdo.
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth,
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe,
Yes.
Ms. Tally,
Yes.
Ms. Williams,
Yes.
Ms. Webb.
Yes, with discussion.
Yes.
I'd like to know, this is not going to interfere with your other appointment, correct? Okay, thank you.
All right. Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, motion approved.
6A10, disposition of excess city-owned property. This is requiring two motions to adopt this resolution. So the Property Disposition Committee is submitting the following recommendations to City Council for approval. And again, there are two separate resolutions are needed. The City of Romulus wishes to require the following parcels that are listed on the unsold tax foreclosure properties for the 2017 year, and they're listed by date. And I don't know, Mr. Chair, do you want me to list all those properties? I can, okay,
Yeah.
with all the zeros, right?
Right.
Okay, here it goes. 8001599000700, AKA 6578 Washington, Second parcel, 80-02001-0068-000, AKA vacant land on Park Place. And also on Park Place is 80-02001-0069-000. The next parcel is 80-02001-0070-000, AKA vacant land, also on Park Place. 80-03001-0001-000, AKA vacant land at E-Course in Osga. 80-04401-4095-000, AKA 7331 Kempa. And the last parcel under this resolution, proposed resolution, is 80-4899-0002-000, AKA 28585 Smith.
Mr. Chair, I'll make that motion for disposition of excess city-owned property as stated by the clerk.
Support, and I have a question or comment.
Okay. It's been motioned by Ms. Roscoe, supported by Mr. Wadsworth, for the disposition of excess city-owned properties with discussion, Mr. Wadsworth.
Just a quick, to the clerk, these are properties that Wayne County could not auction off, right? And so they're being given back to us, is that correct?
Right. The property disposition
And
board
they
has
become
met.
city-owned property? Okay, fine, thank you.
Okay, thank you. Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Ms. Talley?
Yes.
Ms. Williams?
I would like to ask a question before I vote.
Okay.
What is the city plans on these properties?
Okay. Mr. Keys?
4 of the properties actually have homes on it, and those were part of the, what's called the second right of refusal list. They were put on the list by the county on behalf of the city for demolition. We actually had the opportunity to bid on those the first time around, but the county allows us to put them on the blight list. Second time around, they're given to us for free. These are homes in terrible shape on streets, and it's our intent to clean up the street by taking these properties down. There's 2 vacant parcels on Park Place adjacent to the home, and by getting control of those properties, we'll actually have a lot that hopefully we can sell and somebody can build a home on that lot. The vacant parcel on E-Course in Osga is adjacent to city-owned property to be used for a future passive park.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Ms. Williams?
Yes.
Ms. Webb?
Yes.
Ms. Talley?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, and motion is approved.
Okay. The second part,
Oops.
the second resolution that's needed, and this is for the city of Romulus does not wish to acquire the following parcels that are listed on the unsold tax foreclosure properties for year 2017. And those parcels are as follows: 80-003-02-0004-300, AKA vacant land on Harrison. 80-07702-0043-301, AKA vacant land on Moore. 80-07709-003-3300, AKA vacant land on Gabriel. 80-07901-0068-000, AKA vacant land on Grant and Schultz. 80-10001-0141-302, AKA vacant land on New York. And the last parcel is 80-14401-0106-301, AKA vacant land on Farnham.
Mr. Chair, I'll make that motion for the disposition of excess city-owned property, that we do not wish to acquire, as stated by the clerk.
Support.
It's been motioned by Ms. Roscoe, supported by Mr. Wadsworth, for disposition of excessively owned property which we do not wish to acquire from the following parcels as mentioned by our city clerk. Ms. Roscoe,
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth,
Yes.
Ms. Talley,
Yes.
Ms. Webb,
Yes.
Ms. Abdo,
Yes.
Ms. Williams.
Yes.
Chair votes yes, motion approved.
6A11 for second reading and final adoption is Budget Amendment 1718-13, General Fund. This budget amendment was introduced at the council meeting of November 6, 2017.
Mr. Chair, I'll make that motion for second reading, final adoption of Budget Amendment 17/18-13, General Fund.
Support.
It's been motioned by Ms. Roscoe, supported by Ms. Abdo, for second reading, final adoption of Budget Amendment 17/18-13, General Fund. Ms. Roscoe,
Yes.
Ms. Abdo,
Yes.
Ms. Talley,
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth,
Yes.
Ms. Webb,
Yes.
Ms. Williams.
Yes.
Chair votes yes, motion approved.
6A12 for second reading and final adoption is Budget Amendment 1718-14, Vining Road Extension, E-Course Road Construction. This budget amendment was introduced at the council meeting of November 6, 2017.
Mr. Chair,
Yes, Ms. Abdo.
I'll make that motion for the budget amendment 17/18-14, Vining Road Extension, E-Course Road Construction, for second reading and final adoption.
Support.
It's been motioned by Ms. Abdo, supported by Ms. Roscoe. This is for the second reading, final adoption of Budget Amendment 17/18-14, Vining Road Extension, E-Course Road Construction. Ms. Abdo,
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe,
Yes.
Ms. Talley,
Yes.
Ms. Williams,
Yes.
Ms. Webb,
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth.
Yes.
Chair votes yes, motion approved.
6A13 for second reading and final adoption is Budget Amendment 1718-15, CDBG. And this budget amendment was introduced at the council meeting of November 6, 2017.
To the chair, if I may.
Yes, Ms.
I'd
Webb.
like to make that motion to, for second reading, final adoption of Budget Amendment 17/18-15, CDBG, to adjust the budgeted expenditures amounts based on the Wayne County subrecipient agreement received October 27, 2017.
I support that.
Okay, it's been motioned by Ms. Webb, supported by Ms. Talley. This is for second reading, final adoption of the Budget Amendment 17/18-15, and that's for the CDBG. Ms. Webb,
Yes.
Ms. Talley,
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth.
Yes.
Ms. Williams,
Yes.
Ms. Abdo,
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe.
Yes.
Chair votes yes, motion approved.
6A14 for second reading and final adoption is Budget Amendment 1718-16, CDBG. And this budget amendment was introduced at the council meeting of November 6, 2017.
So moved, Mr. Chairman.
Support.
It's been motioned by Mr. Wadsworth, supported by Ms. Roscoe, for second reading, final adoption of Budget Amendment 17/18-16, again CDBG. Mr. Wadsworth,
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe,
Yes.
Ms. Abdo,
Yes.
Ms. Talley,
Yes.
Ms. Williams,
Yes.
Ms. Webb.
Yes.
Chair votes yes, motion approved.
This is the last action item under the clerk's report, 6A15, and this is a council appointment to the Municipal Library Board. The clerk is asking that Councilman Wadsworth be appointed as the council liaison to the Municipal Library Board with the term to run concurrent with his council term.
Mr. Chair,
Yes, Ms. Abdo.
I'd like to make that motion to appoint Councilman Wadsworth to be appointed as a council liaison to the Municipal Library Board.
I support that.
It's been motioned by Ms. Abdo, supported by Ms. Talley. This is for the council appointment to the Municipal Library Board for Mr. Wadsworth. Ms. Abdo,
Yes.
Ms. Talley,
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe,
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth,
Abstain.
Ms. Webb,
Yes.
Ms. Williams.
Yes.
Chair votes yes, motion approved.
Thank you. Before I close out my report, I just have one announcement, is that the fall cleanup of the cemetery will take place on Thursday, November 16th. So for those residents that may have keepsake or sentimental items on those grave spaces, we're asking that you please remove them before the 16th. If you have any questions, please contact the clerk's office. And again, any items that are left on those grave sites on the 16th and thereafter will be discarded. And again, if you have questions, please do not hesitate to contact the clerk's office. And Mr. Chair, that will conclude the clerk's report.
Thank you, Madam Clerk.
6B is the treasurer's report.
Good evening, council, mayor, deputy clerk, clerk, and audience. I would like to ask council, respectfully request that council acknowledge in the appointment of Tracy Leininger as deputy city treasurer, who shall possess all powers and authority of the city treasurer and exercise all duties subject to the control of the treasurer.
I would like to make that motion, Mr. Chair, please.
Support.
It's been motioned by Ms. Talley, supported by Ms. Abdo. This is the appointment of Deputy Treasurer Tracy Leininger. Ms. Talley?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth? Ms. Williams?
Yes.
Ms. Webb?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, motion approved.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Secondly, in accordance with Section 6.14 of the Romulus City Charter and Michigan Complied Law 211.43B, the council shall select a depository or depositories in which the funds of the city shall be deposited. I am therefore requesting adoption of the attached depository resolution. On page 2, you'll see a listing of all of those.
Through the chair?
Yes.
Through the chair?
Yes,
I
Ms. Webb.
support that motion for the depositories.
Who's supporting it? Ms. Roscoe? Okay. Been motioned by Ms. Webb, supported by Ms. Roscoe for dispository resolution. Ms. Webb?
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Ms. Talley?
Yes.
Ms. Williams?
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, motion approved.
Thank you again so much. And I do want to just make one brief comment. Just want to remind everyone that we are going into the holiday season, and I know Mr. Kraut did mention about Helping Hands. I did speak with one of the ladies there, and they are giving out dinners at this time. So if anybody is interested or feels like they would like to help out, Helping Hands is asking for help for turkey and some other items boxed and canned. So if you feel like you would like to help out, please give them a call or stop by. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Madam Treasurer.
Number 7 is public comment. Individuals that would like to address City Council under public comment portion of the agenda, you must raise your hand, and when recognized by the chair, approach the podium and state your name and your address. Remarks shall be limited to 3 minutes, subject to being extended an additional 3 minutes by consent of the chair. There shall be no personal attacks. Remarks shall not contain any profanity, racial, ethnic, religious, sexual, or national origin slurs or overtones. Anyone making such remarks shall lose his or her right to address the City Council. A response, if appropriate, will be provided under Agenda Item Number 8, Unfinished Business, if the information is available at this time. Items that may require further investigation will receive a response at a later date. Mr. Chair, we do have one written request to speak this evening.
Okay.
We have Mr. Ernest Monroe.
Ms. Monroe?
Mr. Monroe, can you come to the podium, please?
Good evening.
Neighbors. I'm here and I'm asking again, as I did before about 3 months ago, during the hot season, that the city would clean up the property that's next to my home, you know? I'm very afraid now because I'm seeing coyotes out there, and they're getting larger, so they must have pups around the property. So I would love to have the city to come and clean up their property. And if there anything else that I need to ask or do, would you please inform me so that I may be at the business of taking care of it? Thanking you in advance.
Thank you, Mr. Monroe. Yes, Ms. Turner?
My name is Janet Harmon, and I live at 32841 Augusta Court. I have a couple of comments first. I was wondering if it's possible that when you're amending and improving the budgets, since I'm not a regular, I don't know what that budget is, but I do know they've been working on Vining Road for years, and I'd like to see or direct me where I can see how much money is going towards these roads. And my second request is, last week I asked for the proper procedure to put a handicap sign near my home. The young man said he was the chief of police, took my name, phone number, and address, and I was told I would be getting a call the next day or by Wednesday. I still have not yet received a call. So what is the proper procedure to get that handicap sign for my son? I need to know.
Okay, we will address that on the unfinished business.
We did that last week.
Well,
Okay. Okay.
another thing, I don't know if I missed,
Harmon.
Harmon, didn't you used to be Turner?
Yes.
Oh, thank you. I know I wasn't crazy.
Turner Harmon, actually.
Okay. I know it was Turner in there somewhere. Okay, thank you. Someone would address your concerns on
What about the
unfinished business.
budget? They'll do that at
On the unfinished
unfinished
business.
business?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Thank you, Ms. Harmon. Any other comments? Ms. Lemon?
Good evening, council, mayor, clerk, deputy clerk, audience. Jan Lemon. The people of Romulus have voiced their opinions. Each one of you are sitting here because they trust you to do your job. I feel the mayor exceeded the tally to win this, and the people of this town thinks he's doing a wonderful job, or he would not have gotten that many votes. Welcome back, Eva. You've been here before. To the two new ladies that are here, welcome. We all love Romulus, or we wouldn't do what we do. You all want to be here to serve. You all want to do the best you can do, and that's what the residents expect. We expect harmony, we expect things to get accomplished, and right now they are. Mr. Barden, this next 4 years, you're going to have to use that gavel a few times.
Okay. All right.
Please don't let it get out of control like last time. Nobody wants to hear the fussing and the fighting and the carrying on. We want to see harmony. And I just thank each and one of you for volunteering to run. It's a hard job. It isn't fun. It's not easy by any means. But you were all elected, and thank you very much for serving on the council. Mayor, clerk, thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Lemon. Any other comments from the audience? Yes, Ms. McCray.
Good evening, Mayor, Council, Madam Treasurer, Madam Clerk. Just want to talk to everybody again about Reach Across America, the event that's coming up on December 16th. Last year was the first year Romulus participated in the event, and it was a resounding success. We were able to purchase wreaths for every one of our veterans at the cemetery. Currently, we have over 300, and we're finding new veterans that are buried out there all the time with help with the cemetery board. So, want to talk about the Wreaths Across America event and make sure everybody remembers to do that. You can get applications to purchase a wreath in the mayor's office or on the city website, on the city Facebook page as well. Proceeds from these wreaths also go to help our local veterans. Just a reminder for people who are out there that might be interested in doing this. Last year, some of the proceeds from this event helped to put that veteran that was living in a hotel with his family into a home last year. So it's a great event. It's a good community event. It's great to help and lay wreaths at all our veterans' graves. So please come out, help lay wreaths that day, or else purchase a wreath to support the event.
Okay. Thank you, McCurdy. Any other comments from the audience? Yes.
Good evening. My name is Natalie Waleed. I live at 6066 Colorado Street. And I'd like to congratulate all the newly elected council persons and our incumbents as well, Mr. Mayor. A couple years ago, I can't remember, 13, 14, or 15, I participated in a Enliven Romulus, Revive Romulus, Enlighten Romulus consulting committee that made recommendations for the improvement of the city. And in all of the breakout groups over a period of months, every concern that was brought up by taxpayers, homeowners, renters, and some city employees was with regard to sprucing up Romulus, making it look better, making it cleaner, and making it more appealing for new business investment and just for the residents themselves. And since the end of that investigative period, I really haven't seen anything that came from Enliven, Revive, whatever it's called, Romulus. As we sit here, it's cold outside, it's 40 degrees, and all the leaves have not fallen off the trees. So that means that all the homeowners and residents in the city will be out in the very, very cold weather, blowing leaves. I've recently seen a lot of enforcement of the no burning of leaves ordinance in the city of Romulus. And as a homeowner for 10 years, I can't believe that this city does not offer the service like other old growth suburbs, Westland, Dearborn Heights, of offering leaf removal services. The homeowners blow the leaves down into the gutter, and then a truck of some sort, garbage truck, street sweeper, whatever kind of truck it is, comes and swoops them up and takes them off somewhere. It's a back-breaking, labor-intensive, ongoing thing for all of us who live in the old growth suburbs with the really old trees that no one maintains. So I'd like to request that the new council and the relevant department investigate either purchasing a leaf sucker-upper machine, retrofit street sweepers, or whatever needs to be done. Because what I'm noticing here as a 10-year resident is that it seems that every time it rains, the power goes out. Every summer, the power goes out. And the last couple of summers, the power has gone out in Romulus for more than 24 hours. And it's mostly due to the non-maintenance of the old trees in this city. I think we can help reduce street flooding with the leaves that are collected in the gutter that no one takes care of. I think we can help just alleviate the backbreaking labor from the homeowners, and we can clean up our city and make it look more presentable, all of the entryways that you come on, from Wayne to Ecorse to Van Born. Well, you know, Van Born's a county road, but I think we could do a lot to improve it if we could investigate, you know, getting some kind of leaf abatement assistance. So if we could look into that and you know, report out on what kind of actions have been taken. Is it cost prohibitive? I like to think that the DPW guys would like some overtime over October through December. And I'd really like to see something like that come to Romulus.
Thank you. Any other comments from the audience? Yes, Ms. Edwards.
Mark Edwards, resident, definitely a school representative, here to talk just through the public comment. Sorry I'm so late, I just actually left our school board meeting, so I ran up the sidewalk there. But definitely want to take the time to thank and congratulate the new city council members, and I look forward to seeing the work that you do in the next 4 years. I wanted to thank the community that came out last Tuesday and voted in our hold harmless. So it shows that we're building some trust with our community as a school district, and we want to continue to move forward. I'm also here to say that we lost our sinking fund, which would have brought in $2.3 million and would have allowed us to make some very serious changes to our district. And so we only lost that by about 200 votes. So that failed millage kind of is putting things in perspective for us as a community. And I know, Mr. Mayor, you're working hard to move our community forward. And I know that your support has you've been adamant about your support, and we appreciate that. And I know that a strong school district will help a strong community. And I'm looking forward to continuously pushing our school district forward. And we will be coming back in the near future to try to get this sinking fund through, because it is so important for the buildings that we have, those aging buildings, in order for us to improve them and provide a great, safe educational opportunity for our students. So I just want to thank the city for, again, the community, the residents, for voting in that hold harmless, and we're going to try to come back and do better for that sinking fund. So thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Edwards. Any other comments from the audience? If there's no more other comments from the audience, we'll close that part out, Madam Clerk.
8 is unfinished business.
Mr. Chairman, I can respond to a couple of them that came up earlier. We'll follow up with the Monroes on the cleanup. I know Mr. McCrate's working on that. Tim, can you come up and talk about the Vining Road briefly?
The Vining Road budget amendment that was before you today is actually for the new portion of Vining Road, or the extension from Smith Road to Ecorse Road. So this is not an old project that's been floating around. This is something brand new that we're bonding for. We did work on Vining Road at Wick. Actually, it was the Wick Road project that we upgraded the Vining Road intersection. That was done 2 years ago, and that took a little longer than we thought. It was about an 18-month project, but those are the only projects that we've done on Vining Road that I'm aware of.
A couple others that we'll follow up on the process for the handicap sign, unless, JD, did you want to talk on that one? Sure.
JD Settles, Director of Public Safety. I was the one that spoke with Ms. Harmon last week. I am aware of her requests. The command officer who I assigned to look into those type of requests was off 3 days last week, plus we had the holiday, so we were kind of short on time. Those requests are not done or taken care of overnight. We are looking into that. There's no guarantee that her request will be granted, but that's what the delay was.
Thank you, Director Suttles. On the issue of the, I guess since we've gone through a process of kind of bringing the image up, council's very well aware, we put a lot of ordinances in place for blight, unkept premises, grass. That's where the rental ordinance also came from. I do believe that our waste management, they do have a yard waste program that people can put out to the curb. We have VACOL or Vector machines. Currently, we have one at DPW that can clean out catch basins, but really that's a maintenance program. That's not designed to go and clean leaves out of yards. That's strictly to keep the stormwater drains clear. We can look at other options, but those are all options I know other communities pay dearly for. So we try to do a good job of cleaning up streets. What we heard in the sessions that were referred to earlier were not as much leaves as issues, or they were as entryways, lighting, blight was a big thing that came up. So we've been working really hard trying to, as you were here when we had the beautification committee over the last 3 years, recognize residents that have done an outstanding job of bringing the upkeep of their facilities up and really have turned it into kind of a fun competition. But we can look at the, what those other communities do that were mentioned, but I do want to make people aware that we do have a yard waste program as part of our contract with Waste Management right now. They just have to bag it up. And a valid point is they're really not allowed to burn them either. So please bag them, put them to the curb. Thank you.
Yes, you had some, Ms. Page?
Yes. Mr. Mayor, I know that they asked last year, so I'm going to go ahead and ask this year because I'm sure it'll be brought up. Dennis mentioned yard waste pickup. Last day's November 20th. I know in my backyard the leaves haven't even fallen off the tree yet. If possible, maybe we can call Waste Management again and see if we can extend that, if that's a possibility.
We can ask them, sure. We can always ask them.
Okay.
I don't know if it's a drop dead date with them or if they give us some flexibility, but if it helps people clean up, we'll be happy to do it.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Number 9 is new business.
Mr. Barton?
Mr. Wadsworth?
If I could, next week is Thanksgiving, which means that Christmas is right behind it, and it's a time to give. And first of all, if anybody's looking for a dog or a cat to give as a present, before you go to one of these puppy mills or pet stores, check our shelter on Wayne Road or check other shelters. And if you'd like to make a donation to the Ramos Animal Shelter, of course, you have until December 31st, but if you don't want to give to the shelter, there's many things in this town. There's a library fund, there's a cemetery fund, there's a Helping Hands, of course, and it's a time to give, and I would ask the public to please give. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Wadsworth. Yes, Ms. Williams?
I would also like to make the mayor aware. I received a call over the weekend, one of my neighbors, the individuals that just moved on Wayne Road, they're burning something in their yard, and they called the fire department out, and she stated that the fire department said that it was illegal, but it's causing her really serious health problems. So you were saying something about you have an ordinance where you can't burn. So can we look into that to make sure it's not being overlooked?
Sure, we can do that. If you could get me an address. We do have there's a legal ability to have a recreational bonfire, but it has to meet the criteria. But it's not legal to burn leaves. So if someone's having a controlled pit that meets the requirements and they're grilling hot dogs or marshmallow, that's legal, but not to just openly burn things, no. So we'll look into it. If you can maybe give us an address, and we'll, usually when fire responds, they do make a report, so they usually dive into the details of what happened in each incident.
Okay. And also, with the young lady that came up about the handicap sign, what is the process the city follows with the neighborhood watch sign? Is that in the same format?
Katie, do you want to respond to that? I know we have a whole process that happens where, I know Chris Dunn goes out and they work with communities to put up signs. I don't know if we make those or not, but there's a process for establishing neighborhood watch first.
Once there is a neighborhood watch established, they would put in a request to have some signs put up. We reach out to DPW, work with those guys to have signs put in the neighborhood.
And the reason I said that is because what's the difference between a neighborhood watch sign and a handicap sign? I mean, we want to make sure
Well,
anyone
with the
that...
handicap sign, you have to meet certain medical criteria. You just can't say, I want a handicap parking sign in front of my house or business and get it. You have to meet certain criteria.
I'd like to also add, if we're talking about a sign or a street sign that might alert somebody of somebody's special needs in that area, that's one thing. But if we're talking about a barrier-free or handicap sign, that's indicating that that space and the pathway meets all ADA barrier-free requirements, ramps, slopes, doorways, access ways. That becomes a different issue. So I'd like to just clarify if we're talking about a warning sign for somebody having special needs, or if we're talking about sign, a typical handicap sign, like we all know, is indicating that this is a barrier-free ramp. We can't place those in public road right away.
Hi, I just wanted to respond that pretty much of the ones up there who know me, including Mr. Barton, my son is 26 years old, and it's clear that he has cerebral palsy. I sit on many community mental health boards for that. And also, I just want to say, this is nothing overnight that I've been asking. It's almost 2 years, and I've been given a runaround. So I just need to know what the proper procedure is. It's nothing new. I've been to the mayor's office quite often. I spoke to secretaries and everybody else. They sent me to here, to there, to there, and I haven't received a response. And I believe waiting almost 2 years is a reasonable, I've been patient. What do you do? So, thank
Mr.
you.
Settles, you wanna?
I'm very familiar with this request now. It has been denied. The command officer that I spoke about that looks into those had been in contact with Ms. Harmon and explained to her why it was denied. So as far as PD is concerned, this is a closed issue.
Well, can you, wait, hold on. There's a little bit of ordinance here. If you want to get with,
Yeah,
Mr.
she's
Settles.
welcome to come by the PD
Yeah,
and we can
and-
sit down and revisit the issue.
yeah, and get, information that you need and what's concerned. If you can get together with. Okay.
Have we completed new business? Okay.
Any more new business?
Number 10 is communication.
Mr. Chair?
Yes, Ms. Talley.
Just a couple of quick things, please. I would like to just announce to the public, first I want to thank we had a great inaugural ceremony today. I want to thank everybody for their participation and supporting everybody that's up here today. Thank you very much to the people of Romulus. And with that being said, I'm a secretary of the Romulus Christian Ministerial Alliance, and we are having a community Thanksgiving service this Wednesday at 6:45 at Union Grove Church, located at 6312 Wayne Road in Romulus. So we would love to see you there. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Ms. Talley.
11A for approval is warrant 17-21.
6:45.
Mr. Abdul, you want
I'm ready.
warrants?
Oh, I didn't know I was ready. All right, one moment, please. Yes, I'd like to make a motion that the following warrant be paid in the following numbers. General Fund, $70,284.52. Major Street Fund, $49,620.95. Local Street Fund, $16,789.79. Cable TV, $88.01. Merriman Road Special Assessment, $1,428.55. Street Lighting Fund, $45,519.74. Garbage and rubbish collection, $779.88. CDBG, $5,254.50. 911 Service Fund, $13,043.91. Law Enforcement, $219.60. Narcotic forfeiture for the state, $886.37. Library Fund, $11,865.84. DDA, $5,155.92. Tifa District 2, $17,767.93. Beverly Road Special Assessment District, $400. Vining Road Extension, E-Course Construction, $32,888.25. Tifa Vining Road Construction, $9,530.75. Water and Sewer Fund, $494,128.25. Motor vehicle, $6,275.77. Technology services, $1,061.37. Retiree insurance benefits, $5,721.50. Property and liability self-insurance, $15,000. Revolving fund, $159,596. General tax fund, $11,024.44. Current tax, $6,394.53. Delinquent personal property fund, $8,913.19. Payroll fund, $4,193.29. Total of all funds, $993,832.85.
Support.
It's been motion by Ms. Abdo, supported by Ms. Roscoe. This is to pay warrant number 17-21 for $993,832.85. Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Ms. Williams?
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Ms. Webb?
Yes.
Ms. Tally?
Yes.
Chair votes yes. Warrant number 17-21 will be paid.
11B is warrant 17-21E for approval.
Yes, I'd like to motion that we pay warrant 17-21E for the grand total of $12,820.
Support.
It's been motioned by Ms. Abdo, supported by Mr. Wadsworth. This is to pay warrant number 17-21E, and this is for $12,820. Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Ms. Webb?
Yes.
Ms. Williams?
Yes.
Ms. Tally?
Yes.
Chair votes yes. Warrant number 17-21E will be paid.
Number 12 is adjournment.
So moved.
Support.
Been motioned by Mr. Wadsworth, supported by Ms. Roscoe. This is for adjournment. Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Ms. Williams?
Yes.
Ms. Tally?
Yes.
Ms. Webb?
Yes.
Chair votes yes. We are adjourned. Thank you.